Here's the instructions for using the stove. If you want to turn on the little night lights, actually one's outdoors and for the outside light, and then this one is for the night lights, and also turns these on, which goes I don't know if this switch. When you want to cook, there's little rubber feet here that kind of lock this in place. Pop that up and then go like that. Oops, sorry. Fold it over like that. And then you don't want to put that down when the burners are hot because it's could break the glass. So we have this to protect the glass and to stop it from rattling when we're driving. Basically, you just turn on the gas and then turn the clicker like a grill, like that. All there's to it. To lower the table, just lift up, and this should pop out of this or pop out of the floor, whatever pops out first. Then just grab the other one, and then you can kind of see there's a bar back there. This whole thing will come up off of the little hook that it's in and drop down, and then it'll kind of it'll sit on this lip, and then you use these, you flatten them out. Use this to flatten it out and make a bed. To open the windows, just pull out and slide that way. Refrigerators have a lock. Push on the lock to release. Make sure it's on. This turns on, and that's going to be set to auto. And if for some reason you wanted to force it to go gas, you'd push this button, but we leave it in auto all the time, so it goes back and forth between gas and electricity automatically. If you need to turn on the heat, this is usually set to, let's see, what is it set to? It's 73 here now. Well, you turn this down to go to heat, and then I think you can adjust that up and down with these buttons. It only is for heat, which is right there. Air conditioner, if you set it to auto, I think it's set to like 72. So you come up here, must be set to Celsius, and go boink, boink, and keep going until it gets to cool auto. There. And then you can I don't know who set that to 22. It must be set to Celsius. I'll fix that. Got some plates up here. Vegetable oil, salt and pepper, Mio, spray, measuring cups are back there. Ziplocs, foils, food containers for leftovers. That's the hot spot. It might be sitting on the counter like this too. This has a battery in it, so I'm charging it right now. So if you're somewhere without power, you can run this hotspot without power. It's Verizon. If you have power, you can plug your coffee maker or toaster up here. Actually, this toaster doesn't reach, so what we do is we put the toaster by the sink and plug it in right here. Toiletries go in there. If you dump the sewer and you put more water in the tank, you're going to want to add one of those chlorine tablets. They deodorize the tank. Toilet paper, space heater if you have short power and you want to use that instead of propane. This will turn off that night light, which is also, that's the night light down there, and the stove. Pots and pans down here, and a dish drying rack too. Silverware, cleaners, spray. This is vegetable oil for the Blackstone skillet. Usually sunblock, flashlights, bug spray, binoculars, Bluetooth speaker, picnic table light, and games are here. First aid kit. You can get privacy different ways. You can take these and go all the way around, or you can just take these curtains and go across that way. In the back, there's this curtain, and that goes all the way across here so people can change back by the bathroom or in the bathroom. If you blow a fuse or breaker, that's down there. That's the CO2 sensor. This radio is controlled by a switch, so we can listen to music without having the car on. It's up the switch, and then you wait a minute, and then it comes on. And you can hook Apple CarPlay after this with a cable. So here's your USB. Pop that off. Plug your cable in there, and then you got Apple CarPlay. And then in here we got chargers for cell phone. Way in the back, there's a charger for cell phones back here, also 12 volt. There's an on-off switch. Press it, just tap it to turn it on. And it's on, and now it's off. Cutlery's down here. And then spatula, things like that. Most of your food is going to be up in here. Paper towels, trash bags, small trash bags. There's a little trash can under there. Right now I've got a water bottle and a Brita in there. Don't use this because it's kind of like falling out. I might see if I got time, I'll tighten that up. This is for the generator if you need to run the air conditioner. This is water heater. This should turn off when you do it like that, and that you can hear it burning. If for some reason it's not getting gas, this will stay red, and then you turn it off for 5 minutes and try again. Water pump. It's already primed, so it's not making noise. But if you want to flush your toilets or use your sinks, you got to turn the water pump. Black water is not accurate. There's something stuck on it, so it always says that. So ignore that. Gray water is empty. Fresh water is 2/3. I'll add some more. We got plenty of propane, and there's a solar panel on the roof, so this is almost always full. And that's that. That's pretty straightforward. Just remember, if you don't get any water, to turn that on. This is where you fill your water tank. That's the hot water heater. Here's the light, which I left on. Okay, now it's off. Blackstone chairs, propane, gloves to the sewer. It's all in here. You'll find the propane in there for the Blackstone. Like I showed you before, this just comes off. Underneath here is the sewer line. The sewer hoses are underneath this. So take this out, pull this out. There's one fitting that goes into the ground, and then you just twist on to the sewer for the other ones. Gloves are in here. There's also gloves in this box that runs out. Back rack. Here's the sewer. There's 3 valves on this. Typically you'd have 2, but our black has a leak, so we put in 3 so it doesn't. So it's kind of like in between. So normally behind this is where the normal valve is, but we added this. This is like you just twist on, add to get an extra valve. So when you take this off, there should be nothing behind it. It should be dry. And then you pull the black water first, wait for it to be all done. And of course, you'd have to pull this way after you unhook, or after you hook up your hose here. And then this is gray water back here. You pull that last, because that soapy water from the sink is going to kind of flush all this out. And then when it's not running anymore, close all 3, and then you're done. And then we don't use this thing because it's the hose is too big to fit in this little compartment. And that's the power. When you are not plugged in, there is a box in here, and you want to plug into that, and that's the generator. So if you were to just stuff the cord back in here and not plug that in and run the generator, nothing would happen. You want the end of this cord to be plugged in that box, and the generator is behind this door down here. And that should be everything. Call me if you need any help, and also there's videos and help in the Cruise America app for this RV.